Welcome to Profound Frivolity. We're your hosts, Dustin,
Orrin,
and Gray.
And in this podcast, we're going to be telling stories that you didn't know you wanted to hear.
So grab a drink.
And some good and plenty.
Because this is Profound Frivolity. Hey, welcome to Profound Frivolity. We're your hosts.
Yeah. Oh,
Dustin, Orrin, and Gray.
You just heard the intro.
Okay.
That
Anyway.
made me cringe so hard. You're like, hey.
Hey guys, today we're going to be doing some ASMR.
At least I took initiative.
At least you did.
That took forever to do.
Yeah. We sit here for like 30 minutes just trying to start the episode, and then one of us, will say something stupid, and we'll just start laughing, and then lose our train of thought.
It's objectively stupid, but so are we.
Mm-hmm. And we usually record some of it,
And
you'll never hear it.
or we put it in the blooper reel, which you will hear sooner or
Which
later.
is coming, yes.
Yes.
That was suggested a month ago on our Discord.
Yeah.
And we're working on it. We just
actually
want all the good
are.
stuff.
Yeah.
And we want to have enough to where it's not like...
Yeah, we want it to all be genuine. We don't fake our bloopers.
That would be really bloopy.
That wouldn't be bloopers then.
No.
Alright, say something funny so we can put it in the blooper. Okay, I'll cut this part out. Well.
Wouldn't it be funny if I messed up while we were recording? That could go in a blooper reel.
Yeah. We should do that.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, so, enough talking.
What is this? Okay, let's go.
It's 9 or something. I, a month ago, got back from a trip to New York.
From New York.
From New York to
New York.
We went to
To
New York.
and from.
And then from. Yes.
Because you came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, a lot of things... No, we're still there.
Oh.
A lot of things happened in New York. We spent only a couple days, in the actual city, and then we went upstate to, the Finger Lakes. You guys probably don't know what that is, but it's
I'm sorry, the what?
The Finger Lakes. It's a bunch of lakes, and if you look at it from above, then they look like fingers.
Whose fingers?
I don't know, gods? Giant fingers that, scratch the world. And there's, all these, lakes.
So
as,
do they look like
lines.
fingers or a scratch?
They're just,
from fingers?
Yeah. Yep.
Both?
Yeah, kind of. I mean, if you look at it from, space, then there's, I guess there's,
Looks like a gash.
5. Yeah. And, they're not all the same size, so it looks like it could maybe be fingers if you really wanted to think that they were fingers.
I believe you.
Is there a palm?
No, it's just fingers.
Is
That's
there
why
a
they're called the
thumb?
Finger Lakes, not
But
the
you
Hand
said
Lakes.
You said there were 5, so is it a thumb? Or is it
Well,
just
I don't know. There's
5
probably, there
of,
might be
the
8 for all I
actual
know.
fingers?
Okay, they just look like fingers.
Just
That's what
because
I've
they're
been told.
lines?
Yes. I don't know why they're called the
Just-
Finger Lakes. That's what they're called.
Oh, okay.
So, that's what they're called.
Fingers.
So yeah, we stayed on the lake with my uncle, and being right on the lake was really fun because we get to just, drove his jet ski and
we get to drove it.
we get to drive his jet ski and his boat pretty much whenever we want to.
Wow.
So I was preparing to ride the jet ski.
Ride or drive or
To
both?
drive both.
Is it a 1-seat type of thing or no?
No, it can hold 3 people, but I just go on it by
Does it
myself.
have sidecars?
No.
Sidecars?
Jet ski sidecars?
No.
We should invent those.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. What are they called?
Sidecars?
Side. No, never mind. I'm thinking of
Go-karts?
from Harry Potter. The
Motorcycle?
No. Oh my goodness.
Broom?
No. Guys, seriously, what's his
Carriage?
Hagrid's motorcycle thing, but on the water. Or if you play Jetpack Joyride.
Okay.
It's called a sidecar.
I know what it's
It's
called.
also called a motorcycle.
I know. I'm just having fun.
You're just trying to
imagining.
think of Hagrid's name?
No, I'm just having fun imagining Hagrid with Harry in the passenger seat, but they're on a jet ski, on the water.
That is fun.
That's just. And then I couldn't say it, and now it's too late, and you guys think I'm
Hagrid
stupid because
Speeder.
I know what it's called. Okay, I just was imagining that.
It's okay.
I know I'm slow.
No.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Never mind. You're not.
Yeah. but not on a jet ski. I go very fast on a jet ski.
Good for you.
Wow.
So, I was waiting for my turn on the jet ski, and someone, like, my brother and, like, someone who was visiting, they were on it, and they had been on it for a long time. And, my brother is, like, a preteen, and this dude has a beard, because facts will come in important later. So, I was waiting for my turn.
Wait,
and
the preteen has a beard?
No.
Okay.
The man has a beard.
Got it.
And my brother.
And they were on it
This
together.
is what separates the preteens
But do they know each
from
other?
the men.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yeah. He was like, he's my uncle's son.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, we were hanging out and stuff. And they got back, and I got on the jet ski, and I was driving around for, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, when a boat is, like, heading right for me. Like, tracking me. So I'm like, that's weird, that boat, you know, like, shouldn't
Looks like
be,
it's
like...
gonna hit me.
You're
Yeah.
trailing you.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just go out, move, you know? So I, like, you know, jet away, and then it, like, comes back at me. And, like, is, like, seeking me. And I'm like, this is weird. I'm sure that they just don't see me. So I, like, go away again. And then the lights come on, and I realize that it's a cop boat. It's like a police boat.
Oh, no.
So I'm like...
No, I need to go faster.
I could easily...
I haven't done anything!
Jet skis.
Run!
Yeah, I'm innocent. See you later. A jet ski could easily, like, beat pretty much, like, any boat on this lake. But I was low on gas, so I decided to cooperate.
What?
Hold
on.
So the cop,
Hold on.
like, motions me over, and he's like, all right, come over here and, like, dock on the side of my boat. And I'm like, I don't know how to dock on the side of a boat. And this is, like, the 4th day I've ridden a jet ski.
My life is already over.
Yeah,
I've ruined
I got
everything.
a juvie. You found the body that fast? Wow, congratulations, guys. So, like, I pull over next to his jet ski, and he, like, grabs the jet ski, and he's like, all right, turn it off. So I, like, turn the boat off, like, the jet ski. And I'm holding onto the side of his boat, and he's like, all right, what's your name? I'm like, Dustin. He's like, all right, how old are you? And I tell him my age, and...
Only free. Only free.
I'm dead to many.
No English. Just pretend.
No habla inglés.
Just pretend like I'm not from America or something.
People from outside America speak English too sometimes.
Just
Like,
sometimes.
people from Canada?
I'm Canadian. I don't speak English. I'm sorry. And he's like, how old are you? And I, like, tell him the legal age.
No.
What?
No.
Yeah.
You told him your age or like
No, my age, which is
21?
of the legal age to drive a jet ski.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and he's like, okay, and you've got permission to drive this. And I was like, yeah, I'm staying at Bob Forsman's house. It's right over there. It's the one with the red bricks. And he's like, okay, and, like, my uncle pretty much, like, knows everybody there. So I'm, like, expecting him to be like, oh, Bob, yeah, okay, yeah, you can go. Yeah. And he, like, doesn't. So I'm like, oh, no.
The Bob card didn't
The Bob card didn't work. And he's like, all right, so listen up. Here's the problem. We got a call saying that a blue jet ski was driving recklessly. All right, and you match that description.
Blue jet ski.
Blue jet ski. I was like, yes, my jet ski is blue. And I'm like, and now I'm in my head like, okay, I've only been out here for 10 minutes, and my brother and, you know, like...
Beard
the beard man, Crawford, I don't know why I'm calling him beard man, just got off the jet ski. So I'm like, did they give a description? And he's like, yeah, they said it was a boy with a beard. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It's
like,
me. You see this awesome beard?
Oh, yeah.
Luscious.
Arrest me, officers, and make those mugshots good.
Let me get my beard wax.
Yeah. I just, like, stroke my stash.
Which he doesn't have.
He does not.
I actually have a stash.
I mean, like, the wispy.
I shaved, like, a couple days ago, so it's not that bad.
I gotta shave multiple times every day, or I just get this.
In the
thick
morning
beard.
after lunch. I don't even brush my teeth. I just shave.
Oh no!
When the plaque builds up, I shave my teeth.
Ew!
Oh.
I remember. Do you guys know the game Would You Rather? It's like these cards, and they're like all bad, and you draw two, and you're like, would you rather have foot fungus or have hairy
teeth.
No, it was like hairy gums.
Oh.
And that was like the worst one. I was like, ew, that's disgusting. I would rather do anything than have hairy gums. But
At the end of that story?
well, I just said that I shaved my teeth, and then that made me think of the game Would You Rather. That was a good game, but I always wondered, like, why was it all bad stuff? Why couldn't it, like, would you rather have a giant mansion or like $1 million? You know, there couldn't be good stuff.
What would you rather?
$1 million or a giant mansion?
$1 million.
Well, what kind of where is the mansion? How big is
It's like a
this mansion?
penthouse in New York.
Penthouse in New York. That cost a lot more than $1 million.
And no one's going to rent it, though. So you'd have to live in it. Which you might want to do. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Otherwise it'd be
I don't
wasted.
know. There's just there's actually a place in New York called Billionaire Row. It's these 3 giant buildings.
So,
And
what
literally
would
only
you rather?
I don't know. A penthouse in New York. I don't know. I would take $1 million.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What about you?
I would take $1 million and invest it.
Do I get to live with Jesse's family from
Jesse's family.
From Jesse, the hit Disney show Jesse?
They're
Yes,
all
you
like
can.
old now. And one of them is dead.
All right.
R.I.P.
That's kind of sad.
It is sad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I guess
Back
the
to you
objective
being-
answer is no.
back to you being arrested.
Yeah, so I was arrested and taken to prison.
And
Yeah.
that's where we are right now.
That's where he met us, actually.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Exactly. That's what
We're
happened.
about to do stick and pokes together.
What? No, that's tattooing, by the way.
Yes.
No, so I asked him the description, he told me it was a boy with a beard.
Uh-huh.
And I was very confused because it is in fact not a boy with a beard, this is a boy and a man with a beard. And he's like, alright, yeah, you said it's the house, the red bricks, and I was like, yeah, and he's like, is it deep enough to dock? And I was like, it's about 5 feet. And he's like, okay, cool, alright, you go over there and I'll meet you over there. So, this is like, I don't know, a couple 100 yards from the dock.
Mm-hmm.
So like, the entire family has gathered on the dock and is watching.
And
the
is
spectacle.
watching you
talk
to the police
Yeah, my
officer.
grandpa. I mean, not my grandpa. My uncle
Uh-huh.
is inside, so he's not out there. Thank goodness. And so I'm like going back, and everyone is like, "So what happened?" And I was like, they're gonna want to talk to Crawford. And I like docked the boat.
You're like,
Yeah, and I was like, I've done nothing wrong. Okay, I'm innocent. And everyone's like, sure. He comes over, he pulls his boat up, docks it, and Crawford comes up, and he's like explaining that like, alright, jumping wakes is like illegal in New York, and like he got reported, and he's just doing his job and stuff, and they literally had to take a statement from my younger brother, like what his name is, like his date of birth, like all of this stuff, like phone numbers, like a statement for him. Well, yeah, statement.
From him,
yeah,
yeah.
from him. And then my uncle came out and he wasn't happy about that.
Oh.
His daughter, which is, well, it's Crawford is his son-in-law, so his daughter.
Uh-huh.
I went over to her and she was like, yeah, he would let him get on the dock, but he would not let him take a step on our yard because he's like a new guy. He's a new, I don't know, water police or what do we call him? Because like he does know everyone, like all the sheriffs, but except for him, and he was not happy about us getting reported, and like, I don't know, whatever happened to his jet ski. So, yeah, that was exciting.
It's a jet ski. I'll
They put a boot on it.
Yeah, did they put like
No,
a
the jet
little
ski's
anklet?
fine. They left.
Yeah.
And then we just laughed about it. Like, because he thought that it was a boy with a beard.
A boy with a beard, but it was a boy
Yeah.
and a man.
And then we did a face swap between my younger brother and Crawford. And it was, we were like, oh, is this him?
This is the
This
boy
is
with
the
the
boy with
beard.
the beard.
This is the portrait that you drew?
New
So, yeah.
Harry Potter spinoff.
The boy with the beard.
The boy who bearded.
You can call him a Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. So we're going to have a break, and then we're going to hear about how you wanted to be a street performer.
Who is you?
Me.
That you.
Me, not you.
No,
Nor
not
me.
not you.
I don't want to be a street
him,
performer.
him, me.
I
the
wanted
other,
to be
the
a
you.
street performer.
Bye.
If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, let me give you a rundown. Basically, it's the easiest way to make a podcast with everything you need, all in one place. Here's how it works. Anchor lets you record and edit podcasts right from your phone or computer. So no matter what your setup is like, you can start recreating today. Here you go, Gray.
Then, you can distribute your podcast to the most popular listening platforms, including Spotify, with a single tap.
Easy.
Anchor is also the only place you can publish a video podcast.
Technology.
With Anchor, creators can earn money with a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions.
And
Dustin.
best of all, Anchor is totally free.
Totally
So you can save
free.
your hard-earned
Oh
cash.
my god.
Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
So easy.
On to the episode.
Wow.
Alrighty, so one time
Every time we
out
come
of our
in,
element.
every
We're
time
just
we
a
come
little
in from a
tired.
break, someone laughs.
We're just like, so,
Yeah, we're recording
Oh.
this Thursday night.
so you know when how you, like and then it when it goes in
Oh,
you
yeah.
go and that always happens.
I know.
I love it when that happens. You could do anything,
Have you ever had a dream where you wish that you could,
and then but you can't, but you
couldn't,
really
and you
wanted to. Was there so much that you could do anything?
Oh, it was such a good video.
Anyway, so I wanted to be I wanted to be anything. No, but one time I went to Chicago when I was really little, and it was quite the experience. I had horrible pizza.
Yeah.
The
Your
air
pizza's better.
smelled bad.
mean-
We walked a lot for no apparent
Did
reason.
you ever take the subway?
Nope.
Subway's so fun.
My parents just wanted to walk a lot because they wanted to see sights. I've never understood sightseeing. I'm like, that's why we made the internet, I think.
It's a building. There's another one.
Anyway.
One.
So in Chicago, there are like street performers everywhere.
Did you see the bean?
The Bean?
Oh yeah, the big shiny bean.
I was paying no attention.
My
Oh, yeah, the big shiny
my
bean.
cousins live in Chicago.
Yeah, I lived in Chicago for 5 months.
I didn't really have a good time on that trip. I don't remember much of it,
Yeah.
other than having
I
horrible
actually
pizza.
loved Chicago. They don't
Chicago
call it
is
the
a-
windy city for nothing, and I love me some wind.
I don't like wind.
I love
Not a
wind.
big fan.
Big
Wind
fan.
kind of terrifies me. The noise it makes in your ears when
I
it's going
love
fast
it.
enough.
Yeah,
It makes
and just, like,
everything else
how,
look
like,
quiet.
There was this one time I was setting up a tent, and it was like super windy, and my tent was like blowing about, and I just
Going about.
froze. I couldn't do anything because I was so scared.
It was gonna like what, poke your eye out or
That
something.
no, I wasn't scared that harm would come to me. I was just scared that this tent was just gonna just go up and just like just fly away. And I don't know why, because it's like
How's that big? Like what?
it's not a big deal. It is an irrational fear. Some people are like horrified of sharks or of heights. I have no fear of heights because I trust that I'm not gonna fall because I'm not an idiot, you know.
But what if it's like not your fault? Like something just breaks or whatever.
I don't think
Then you
that-
can sue if you survive, and if you die, you don't care.
Yeah, I actually have a video of in New York. There's something called the Edge, and it's like this completely. It's like 100 stories high or whatever, and there's like this glass floor, and you can overlook the city. And like I got up there and I started jumping on the glass. And actually, someone had to ask me to stop because apparently that's not safe. But I was like, yeah, so what? You know, started jumping, and he was like, yo, you gotta stop.
Was there
I
a
was like,
rail?
I'm sorry. A what?
Like a rail or whatever, or was it closed off?
No,
or
it's
what?
all glass. It's glass walls.
Wow.
It's like 4 layers of glass that are like I don't know.
My only issues with the heights is
9
I don't
feet
have enough trust in other people that they're not literally gonna shove me off.
There was no way to fall off of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, you know,
Yeah.
that's super high.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of brothers. Like, I don't trust anyone.
Wow.
Like, I'm sorry, but like, literally,
You gave me a wet willy, and yeah, that's grounds for pushing me off.
yeah, you're gonna push me
Yeah.
out this building.
Mhm.
You gave me what Willie that one time. Trust broken.
Like some people are scared of heights, some people are like I
Yeah.
don't know, scared of sharks. Like I'm scared of sharks.
I'm scared of wind
And I'm scared of wind. You know, I'm scared of wind.
and really
And
big
elevators.
things.
Elevators.
Elevators. They scare me. Like, I'll
Like
ride...
the feeling you
I-
get in your gut.
No, just elevators. See, I
Just-
can't explain it. I'm scared
What
of
if it
elevators.
didn't move and it wasn't connected to anything? It was just an elevator in a junkyard.
Like an elevator box?
An
Yeah.
elevator in the middle of a field at night.
Yeah, that would be fine, I guess, but also scary. But, like, elevator shafts just scare me. And, like, I'll ride elevators now. Like, it's not that bad anymore.
Now?
Oh,
Yeah.
He'll cry the
You're
whole
not
time.
used to?
No, I used to take the stairs. Yeah. I also have, like, a slight case of stomachanophobia. Like, the
Of
fear
what?
of machinery underwater. Or just any, like, man-made object.
Uh-huh.
Usually, like, big
I'm just
objects.
freaked out about deep water.
That's, yeah, my older brother has that.
I
too.
mean, unless it was, like, completely see-through, I could see... No, even then.
No, that's
Just-
scarier. Well,
No,
actually, it's not scarier. Because, bro...
So are you afraid of space?
No.
Oh.
There's no such thing as space sharks, bro.
But I'm not scared of sharks. Like,
I'm
I
so
would-
scared of sharks. Even thinking about
okay,
being
what
in,
about,
like,
like,
murky water,
swimming?
like a great white just coming at me.
Stop.
Ooh.
Okay, what about,
Yeah,
like,
I'm
swimming
done.
with,
You're
like,
done.
a nurse shark?
My parents did that.
My
They said it was
dad
cool.
did that. I would do that.
I would do that. Yeah, I would swim with sharks. I would swim with, like, bull sharks.
Uh-huh.
If I had the chance, I would do that. But I would cry. I would cry.
The whole time.
Oh, so you would cry the whole time.
Until I got comfortable. And then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to leave. Like, I know myself. Guys, I know myself. I'd be on the boat, petrified with fear. Seeing the sharks in the water, I'd be like, there's no way I'm getting in there. I'm like, you just traveled, like, an hour offshore just to do this. And I'd be like, I don't care. I'll, like, keep my
And then
money.
I would push you in.
And then I'd be like, okay, fine, I'll go in. And then I'd get in,
You dip your toesies in,
and I would,
and I would shove
I'd
you.
cry, and then eventually I'd be like, this is so dope. I'd
These are my
overstep.
brothers and sisters
Exactly.
of the ocean.
And I'd be like, oh, leave me here. I'm the king of the ocean. You know? I'd probably...
These are my people.
Yeah, I'd probably, like, honestly, like, overstep and, like, try to touch one. And then they'd
No,
be
that's
like...
how it goes. You hold their fin.
and
or
then
whatever.
there was
Well, I'm
no
talking
more
about bull
Dustin.
sharks.
Or at least no more
Um,
Dustin right arm. The end.
Yeah. I just know myself, you know?
You
like,
should
that's
play,
what would happen.
You should play the game Iron Lung.
Iron Lung? I've
Yep.
heard of that, yeah.
You should. Go in blind, though. You have
Okay.
to.
I won't, yeah. Whenever we watch movies with my dad, he just does not let us watch any trailers. It's just like,
I
just
can't watch
it.
trailers either.
Yeah.
Next time you come to my house, we're playing Iron Lung.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, sidetrack. I still have a story to tell.
Yeah.
So one time I went to Chicago and it wasn't fun.
I love it.
I remember it was so disappointing. They were like, "We're gonna get Chicago-style pizza. It's deep dish."
They have really good.
And I'm like, "That means lots of cheese and toppings, right?"
Nope.
No, it means a ridiculous amount of sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
It's just like casserole.
a soggy pie.
Yeah. It's not good.
It
Bro,
It's
New
bad.
York style is so good.
was like margarita pizza.
New York?
No, I mean in Chicago.
No, margarita is like thin with like the basil and tomatoes.
Oh,
and
you're
stuff. That's margarita
you're
pizza.
talking about deep dish.
Yeah,
Deep dish. Sorry,
Deep dish is good stuff.
I don't like deep dish.
Yeah, no.
If I wanted to make
If
a
it was
soup,
if
I'd
it was
make
like
tomato
all
soup.
Chicago.
cheese, it's almost like hachipuri.
What?
Okay, never mind. Just
Anyway, but that wasn't the main thing. So there were lots of street performers there, and young me did find that extremely cool.
yeah, street
Yes.
performance is pretty dope.
There was this one group of guys who could, I remember it vividly to this day. They had these three,
They like eat
Like-
swords.
no, they had like
Okay.
these three buckets, and they could play
Oh,
the
yes.
drums with them basically, and they like toss them around to each other,
That's
and
so
them
cool.
catching it would be a beat and everything, and it was so good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm like, I no longer want to be whatever I wanted to be at that time. It was like a
A firefighter.
firefighter and an artist and a police officer at the same time.
Wow.
At that age.
Call
Anyway,
the
I'm like,
police
I don't
and
want to be
firefighter.
any of those
I'm
things
here.
anymore. I want to be a street performer and play drums with these guys.
Yeah, when you're old enough, they're gonna be like dead.
And
That's
They're-
sad.
You're like, here's my number. Call me when I'm 20.
anyway, that was my aspiration for such a long time after that.
Wow.
I'm like, I just want to do whatever I want in front of people and have them pay me for it.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought that's all it took. You just
Did what you did.
do something.
Do something cool and get money.
Yep. And I'm like, I'm so doing that. And that was my life plan for a good long time. I was practicing bucket drumming in
Yeah.
my backyard
Oh my god.
for
I
such
can totally
a long
see
time.
like
And like, it always sounds good in your head because like you know like the beat and like even if you don't realize it, but you're like, you know, thinking the note,
Uh-huh.
you know, So it sounds good, but this is what it sounds like. It just sounds like hitting things.
Like, can't you hear him doing the Super Mario theme?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, that was one of my experiences. Another one was I saw clowns, and my mom hated that, and I thought it was really funny that she hated it.
So you're like, I'm gonna become a clown when I grow up. So you hate me.
Oof.
Yeah.
Clown college.
Actually, speaking of New York and street performers, when I was in New York, I saw a bunch of street performers at Times Square. And if you guys have listened to one of our past episodes, I don't remember which one it was, you knew that I got kidnapped by Mario. I'm not going to explain the story, so yeah, go back and listen to our episodes. I don't know which one it is. So listen
one.
to all of them until you find
it.
it. It's probably in season 2. This is season 3, right? Yes. Okay.
Yes.
We always get confused about how many episodes we have. But we saw Mario again. It's the same dude, I promise. Literally, it's the same man from all those years ago.
Did he kidnap you again?
No. I'm like a young adult. He didn't. He's like, come here, buddy. I'll beat that guy up.
Were you taller than him?
Not with his giant costume on, but yeah, all of the street performers are really short, just so it doesn't look like they're giants. Because
Why?
Because those giant costumes add so much bulk to the human. Because it's there's the entire head. You know, they look out of the mouth, and he's has a
Super
a
weird.
cartoonishly large head.
Yeah.
I saw Minnie Mouse, Luigi, Mickey Mouse, and
all my favorite
and
Nintendo
Mario.
characters.
I know, right? You just have random people. I actually took a video of him to laugh at him later. Yeah.
So same guy.
Same guy. I promise it's the same man.
Nice.
I should have got a picture with him, but he
You
probably
should've.
asked me to Venmo him or something. So I didn't.
So you just run.
Yeah. I'd be like, oh, thanks. See you later, sucker.
Be like, I don't have Venmo.
Which I don't.
Meow.
Anyway, you had another one.
I
right?
did.
Another one.
Another one. So this does not have anything to do with New York, but this does have me to do with have to do with me being illegally child labor, pretty much. So it was child labor, and my mom got a call, I guess, or saw it in the newspaper or something.
Wow.
We don't read the newspaper, but somehow she figured out that they were hiring,
5-year-olds.
pretty much, to work at a voting stand for governor of the city or something. It was not presidential election.
Governor of the city.
Yeah, I don't know. I literally don't know what it was for. Mayor of the U.S. probably. And we pulled up at this school, and I walked inside. I was wearing a nice button up and jeans, and there's a guy wearing literally the same outfit as me, doing the same thing I was gonna be doing. And this lady was like, "Oh, awesome, you're Dustin. Your mom called. It's so great. I'm so glad that you could come." And this was $25 an hour, so it was good money. And she was like, "Okay, awesome. It's super easy." They had 6 voting booths, and literally all I had to do was tell the people, "All right, put your little slip of paper in here, click, who you want, da 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 da, take it out and put it in that box or whatever." That's all I had to do,
Yeah.
Just kind of be nice so they would come back next year and vote or something.
Yeah.
But she made me pledge honor over this
with a
book.
Bible.
It wasn't. I don't know what book it was. I don't think it was a Bible, but it was some kind of book, which is kind of weird.
If it wasn't a Bible, what I swear on the voting.
I swear on
The voting handbook.
biography of Elvis Presley that I
Voting
will
for
not
dummies.
disclose anything that I partake in this
Yeah,
establishment. Thank you.
she was like, I'm not allowed to influence anyone's vote. Something. She talked so fast. I literally don't know what she was talking about. So I'm probably spiritually bound to something, and one day I'm gonna do it, and she's gonna pop up and be like, "You swore to never do this," and strike me dead. Yeah.
I was striking down with the power of Elvis Presley, and the toilet he died on. You.
So actually, most of it, I was there for 4 hours. Most of the time, I just sat there because a lot of people just knew what to do.
So you really only do something when somebody flags you down, like,
Yeah.
an old lady, like,
It was so boring, but again, it was like $25 an hour.
Yeah.
So I sat there, and at this time of my life, I was under 16. I was 15 years old. I don't think that she was aware of that, I guess, even though we had told her. But anyway, I worked there for like...
She talked fast and then thought slow.
Yeah. I guess it wasn't $25 an hour. It was more like...
30.
Maybe no, it was like maybe 15 or 20. Because I worked there for a couple hours, but I think I only like made $40, so I'm not sure. And she, so what's funny is this, she's like, I don't know, mid-40s. This other guy comes in, like, mid-40s, right? You know, he's got, like, nice clothes on. He looks like he's got some...
Looking snazzy.
Walks up, and, you know, he's got a good personality. He's, like, cracking some jokes or whatever, and she's laughing.
This politician, hey?
President, never mind, okay. And he's talking about his, like, golf course. And how
that he owns.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he owns it,
No.
but like the club he goes to and stuff. And he's like, "Yeah, you should go golfing with me sometimes." And she's like, "Oh, that sounds so cool." And like they exchange numbers.
Oh,
and
my.
and then he goes
Meet
in to
cute.
vote, and he pulls out his phone, which is a big no. You're not supposed to have your phone in the voting room, even though the guy who was doing like the same job as me literally was on his phone the entire time.
Oh.
So he goes up to a voting station, whips his phone out to like research the candidates or something, and she's like, "Oh, sir, we cannot have any phones in the voting area. Turn that off. I need you to step out and turn that off, and then you can go back and vote." And I don't know, she just wasn't nice to him like at all. And he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Totally fine." But you could tell that like he wasn't happy about like the way that she went about it. And I'm just sitting there like, I don't know, like 4 feet away from them.
Being small.
Being
Trying
small.
to be small.
And like listening to all of this. He votes, it takes him a couple minutes, and he walks out and declines, or like, I guess like takes back the invitation for her
Of
to go
golfing?
golfing with him. And he's like, I can't remember what he said, but he was like, "Alright, well I guess I won't be seeing you golfing anytime." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Yeah." And then leaves. And then it's
Bruh.
just dead silence. He's on his phone. It's just like me and her. And I was just like, I really wish I had a phone right now so I could pretend I'm doing something. And it was so awkward. And then like the longest time went on before someone else came in.
So you just like kind of sat there and in the
yeah.
uncomfy.
Like looked down like the dark hallways and stuff.
You're like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
And then the cherry on top of the cake was
Ice cream?
ice cream. The cherry on top of it.
Cherry.
What's the
on top?
dessert that it goes on top of?
Ice
like in the
cream?
same.
Cupcake?
Cherries are gross. so
Cherries on top
nothing.
of it.
The sprinkles on the cupcake? The
Whatever,
cherry
you
on
get
the
what I
ice
mean.
cream?
Like the tip of the crown.
The tip of the iceberg?
No, the tip, like the you know,
The
icing on the cake.
There we go.
I got it.
Oh.
Icing on the cake was I never got paid because I wasn't 16. So like $40 that I was supposed to get, she pretty much said that I couldn't have it, which is child labor.
So like as y'all were leaving, did you say something like,
No,
"Oh,
she
yeah,
was
I'm
like
16."
"All right, just come by the office like between these times on these days, and we'll get you the check or whatever." And then we called, and she was like, "So I looked over the paperwork, and he's not 16 yet." And my mom was like, "No, he's not." She's like, "Okay, then we cannot give him his money." And I was like, "What? You mean I spent like 4 hours of my afternoon?"
I need to go golfing with it.
Yeah, she's like, "I gotta go to the club. I have some unfinished business." Yeah, so, and she was like, "Okay, we're gonna put him on a list for to come back later," which I was like totally down for because it was so easy, and then get like all of that money, and then she took me off the list because I wasn't 16, but like now I'm past that age.
Yeah.
So, like, I could still work there, but I'm just not on the list anymore.
Oof.
I know.
So sad.
You need to reach.
So many government
you just show up
opportunities.
again and be like,
Yeah.
hey.
But I can say that.
Hey, Melissa, you owe me some money.
Yeah. Like, now I'm 16. Can I have my payout? Yeah. So that was sad.
Yeah. Still, like, the guts of that guy to be like,
I know.
I guess I won't be seeing you on the golf course,
You're not
Brenda.
invited anymore.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that concludes today's episode. We'll see you guys. Oh, announcement, kind of.
Oh.
So, next week, we're gonna have a special episode, hopefully.
It's gonna be very interesting.
So, we're not gonna spoil anything about it, but let's just say that we're gonna have, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan, some interviews, some live interviews.
Yes,
that with some
very
interesting people. And they'll be recorded outside of the shed.
Yes.
So, if everything goes according to plan and we, get some good interviews, we're gonna have a very interesting episode next week. So,
Should we give them
definitely
a
stay
single
tuned for
word?
that. Sure. Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah. All right. Cool. See you guys.
That's it.